Hello fellow colorists, welcome back to the channel JI Colorist. My name is Jody and I'm happy to have you back here with me today as we continue our series of coloring the animals of the zodiac. We are in May 2024 and May is the sign of Taurus, and Taurus's animal is a bull. So we are going to be coloring the bull page from the Ana Jaren Astrology Coloring book. This is a new book to me this year, and I have colored a few pictures already in it. This is the page that I have colored so far, and this was Capricorn, the sea goat. So I got a little bit of sparkle on her tail. So that is the only other page we've done so far in this book. I have started the page for the bull, so I have wild roses and then some kind of daisy, brown-eyed Susan kind of flower going on. These ones actually looked like dandelions, but I'm going with brown-eyed Susan. And the rest looked to me like Alberta wild roses, so that's how I've colored them. And I used Inktense pencils. So Inktense is all that I've been using so far, except for the green, which has been a combination of the Pitt Artist pens and the Staedtler Pigment pens. So these are the Staedtler Pigment pens. They are wonderful ink. They have a brush tip, so similar to the Pitt pens, which are an India ink. They no bleed through, so that's awesome so far. The rest of the page, I believe I am going to use Poly Chromos colored pencils. So this is the picture we are going to complete on screen. I also am going to use some inspiration for this page. My girlfriend Donna is a photographer, and she posted recently on her Facebook page these beautiful pictures of bulls, and I just loved the pictures and told her I was going to use them as inspiration. So I'll insert 3 of them here right now to show you. So thank you, Donna, for doing such beautiful photography. And that is the color scheme that I'm going to use for my bull here. Let me grab some pencils. I will list them for you on screen and we will get coloring. I'm going to be using Poly Chromos pencils. This is my Color with Claire Poly Chromos Family Color Family chart, and I have the full set. The browns are down here. I'm going to be using basically this line here, so I'll hold this up and you can see the picture and the numbers and the color names. Okay, so I will try and call them out. Some of my pencils are getting awfully small. In fact, I had to actually take them out of the pencil extender so that I could sharpen them. So I may actually need to just go get my replacement one for some of the tiny ones, because as you can see, they're all a little bit small. Okay, so I'm going to put them in the order. I think I'm going to start on the nose. That'll be the easiest to start on. So I'm going to be using burnt umber 280 and walnut brown 177. And I'm going to drop the camera down and we're going to focus on this area first. And while we are doing the coloring of this picture, I will read what it says on the side here about Taurus the bull. And after that, I think I will pull out 2 cards, so 8 questions for I Should Have Known That, the trivia game about things we ought to know. And we know that that always isn't the case, but it is fun to play the trivia game. So I will, at the very end of this, I will show you both the front and the back of the trivia cards in case you don't catch my enunciation of any words. Okay, so let's get going, and I'm going to start with 280 burnt umber, and I'm just gonna get his nose going, and I'm also gonna grab Bister as well. So Bister is just a little bit lighter has a little bit more of a red tone. So I'll just bring that into the center. That'll help give it a little bit of dimension as well. He is such a cute bull. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're coloring along in your own books and finding a few more animals this year to practice your coloring techniques on. There's a lot of hair on this one, so it's going to be definitely going to need to use the reference photos for that. Happy birthday to all our May birthdays. I think I mentioned before that it was my sister's birthday month. I have two sisters born in May, and I also have one brother, so lots of May birthdays. This is Walnut Brown 177. Okay, let's get started in on the trivia questions. This is voiceover Jody, just so that I can ask the questions, do the answers, and still color. Okay, the first question is, in what year did the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center in New York take place? Okay, let me think about that. This is the burnt umber. I remember where I was on that day. I remember dropping my son off at school and then going to work, and then all of us sitting in the boardroom astounded with what we were seeing on TV. However, and we're back to the Bister 179. However, I am terrible with dates, so I am going to guess the year 2002, just because I know my son was not in kindergarten anymore, and he finished kindergarten in the year 2000. So I'm going to go with 2002, and we'll look up the answer shortly. Okay, the answer for the trivia question, in what year did the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center in New York take place? And the answer is the year 2001. So I did not get that correct, but I was closer than I thought. So half points are not allowed, but there you go, the year 2001. Now we're just going to leave that for a while, and we'll come back and darken things up as we need to, but for now we've just got some pigment down. And we can move on to the hair. In fact, I'm just going to take my Gamsol and first make sure it's clean. Okay, I'm going to take some Gamsol in a Copic empty sketch marker, and I'm just going to blend this out. Our second trivia question for today is, what type of champagne is Brut? And the spelling for Brut is B-R-U-T, and I'll have to think about this again because I have no idea. Okay, we're going to pick up some of our pencils, and we are going to go with the lighter ones. So we're going to start with our lightest is going to be green gold. Our next is 182, which is the brown ochre. Then we have raw umber. Then we have bister, and then we have nougat. So those are the pencils we are going to use. And I'm just going to variegate. So if we look at the picture, The ends of the hair seem to be the lightest, so that's going to be my lightest, which is the green gold. And then it gets progressively darker. Blend up. My answer for what type of champagne is Brut is, I'm going to just say French because I have no clue. And we don't have to use all of the colors, like depending on how long the hair strand is. Maybe I'll have, you know, all 5 colors, and sometimes I'll only use 4. And then I'm going to come with the lightest and kind of go all the way up, all the way down. Zoom you in a little bit, and we'll do some more. And in order to blend, you can use the flicking method. Okay, the actual answer for what type of champagne is Brut is dry champagne. So there you go. The answer is dry champagne. So like this one is quite short, so it only has 3 colors. And I'm just going to do a bit darker there and then come down. Flick down. And then from the bottom, flick up. If you got the answer to the champagne is Brut question, leave that in the comments below. I'd love to know how many people are knowledgeable about champagne. Definitely not me, but that was a fun question. So far I have gotten 2 incorrect, so 0 correct. I find it easiest to go from the bottom up. But I guess you could, you know, start at the top and go down. And we'll have to figure out what to do with the color of his eye. Or I might just leave his eye as is and just put some glossy accents over top of it to make it shiny. Trivia question number 3. What is the name of the man who founded the first blue jean company in 1853? And the only one that I can think of would be Levi Strauss for Levi jeans. So I'm going to say Levi would be his first name. And that's my answer, and we'll take a look shortly. And I'm going to do a little bit of light right here on top of his nose, and then I'm going to go to the darker. Okay, the answer for the trivia question number 3, what is the name of the man who founded the first blue jeans company in 1853, is indeed Levi Strauss. So if you said Levi, you are correct, and that's my first correct answer for today. So yay! Let me know in the comments below if you knew it was Levi. I'm going to use some Gamsol to blend that out. And I blend typically from light to dark, so I'll do all the light area and then drag it up to the dark. And then I can also use my finger to kind of soften the blend out. Sorry if I was not in frame there. So this is Nougat here, the shadow area in his mouth. Okay, the 4th question on our first card is, what is the capital of Ukraine? And The Ukraine has been in the news a lot in the last couple of years, and I am going to say it is Kyiv. Before I would have said Kiev, but I think that the pronunciation is actually Kyiv, and that's my answer, and we'll see if I'm correct. I'd like to say a big shout out to any of my fellow colorists that are in Ukraine. I hope you are safe, and I hope that this war ends soon. And the answer is Kyiv. So using these 5 colors, I will continue doing a lot of the long strands of hair. So that's that. For the ears, I'll zoom you down a little bit, and they're quite dark. So I'm going to do, the very tips will be light, and then I'm going to use the Burnt Umber 280 and the Walnut Brown. So those are my 2 darkest browns that I've been using so far. So I'll go ahead and do that. And both ears will be the same. So I'm going to have the darkest in the center. I'm just trying to reserve my dark areas, and then it's going to be lighter. It's not much lighter. So I might actually have to also bring in my nougat. Bring in the lightest color for the tips of his ears. Recapping the score on trivia for card number 1, I got 2 correct, 2 wrong, so that's 50%. Well, let's get ready for card number 2. So I'll read to you what it says on the opposite side of this page about the bull. It says, Taurus the bull, noble and steadfast, Taurus is one of the most stable and dependable signs of the Greek zodiac. However, there is more to this strong and silent earth sign than meets the eye. Taurians possess an ethereal energy that is associated with spiritual awakening as well as beauty and sensuality. So that's what it says here. Okay, starting trivia card number 2. Question number 1, how many chambers is the heart divided into? I assume they are talking about the human heart. And back to my biology days, I studied the heart quite a bit, and I am going to say it is divided into 4 chambers. Okay, I'll let that dry. And we can come back in and add some more coats, but at least there's some solid coverage there. Let's also now shift the page up a bit, and we will do the horns. Now I'm going to have to bring in some other colors. The horns looks like what I would have actually done the opposite is it's lighter on the top and it's darker underneath, and then it comes up to almost white on top, or cream colored. So I think what I'll do instead of white is I will use my lightest gray. So I think I'll use the warm grays to do the top area. So that'll give it a little bit of color but still leave it quite bone-like. I'm trying to use different colored pencils, different colors than I normally use. I use cream a lot and ivory, so I thought maybe I would try the lightest warm gray. So this is warm gray 1, 270. I think I'm going to use 179 Bister, and I'm gonna kind of bring that to meet up with the warm gray. just very lightly so that it blends with it. Okay, card number 2, answer number 1. How many chambers is the heart divided into? Is indeed 4. So I got that one correct. Thank goodness. Okay. Then I've got burnt umber. I'm going to do darker and then up, fade up. So the darkest is going to be on the very bottom. Okay, the trivia question number 2 on card 2. What is a supernova? What is a supernova? And I am going to say that it is a exploding star. That's my answer. Exploding star. We'll see shortly. Okay, trivia answer for what is a supernova is an exploding star. Excellent. I was sure that I had kind of learned about exploding stars when I visited the observatory. But yeah, super happy that I got another one right. Let me know if you are a star fan, if you watch the stars and have learned about the stars and the constellations. The sky is infinite and yeah, very cool. Exploding star. Just talk a little bit about what's happening on screen. I am going to be completing with you kind of one of each piece of the bull, and then I will complete the other piece on my own. I think I like that. Just gonna blur the line a little bit. That's how the horn is going to look. Let's zoom you back out. And we'll see all the pieces we've done so far. Okay, we have a lot of hair left on this. So let's get cracking. Okay, I'll show you my inspiration picture again, and then this is what we've done so far. I'll go ahead and do the second horn, his ear, and then we'll be back to do some more of his hair together and a few more trivia questions, and then I will probably complete this off screen, so I won't make you watch absolutely all of the hair because there is a lot of hair here. So after we're done the trivia questions, and I will do some speed coloring for the hair, I will show you the trivia cards at the end of this, along with a completed page. All right, let's get to some speed coloring. Okay, before we go and finish off the rest of the hair, I'll bring you back to show you how this is looking with the 2 ears and both horns done, and the muzzle. I think we're going to need to come back in and darken this area up some more. And we can do that easily. So we'll add a bit more depth. Okay, we are continuing on with trivia. And question number 3, card 2. What is the name of the killer in the movie series Friday the 13th? And I do not watch scary movies. I do not watch horror movies, but I'm pretty sure I do know the answer to this because this show is iconic. And so what is the name of the killer in the movie series Friday the 13th? I am going to guess it is Jason, and that's my guess, Jason. Let's see shortly. Just deepens up the color a bit. We'll leave the muzzle alone, and we will continue on with the rest of his hair. Okay, I've lowered the camera down and we are going to concentrate on the top, and we're going to work our way down. I will show on screen again a picture of what I am envisioning our cow to look like. So his roots at the very top are going to be darker, and I'm going to select the nougat as my dark color. And then I'm going to go to the raw umber. So I'm going to jump down 2, and I'm going to go to the top and then come down. And then I'm going to do, sometimes I'm going to go to the green gold, the lightest, and sometimes I will go to the 182, the brown ochre. So this is quite a long strand, so I'll actually come down to the lightest. Okay, the answer to what is the name of the killer in the movie series Friday the 13th, and the answer is Jason. So yes, I got that correct. The answer is Jason. And if it's not dark enough, then I'll have to bring in the walnut, just for the very edge, if it's not appearing to be dark enough. So I do want there to be a definite start to the deep color. Trivia question number 4 on card 2. Who is the drummer of Motley Crue and father of 2 children with Pamela Anderson? Good grief, I have no idea. And unfortunately, you kind of have to do each strand of hair on its own. And try and kind of follow it through. And since I've got walnut, I'm going to do nougat in the middle so that there's some slight variation. Okay, trivia question number 4 answer. Who is the drummer of Motley Crue and father of 2 children with Pamela Anderson? I have no guess. I have no idea. So the answer is Tommy Lee. And I still have no idea who he is. So if you guessed Tommy Lee, you should get bonus points. So that is question number 4 and answer number 4. Since we do have a lot of hair left on this darn cow, I am going to pull out a 3rd trivia question. So we will have 4 more to go. So today we will have 3 trivia questions, and question number 1 from card 3. What is the name of the Little Mermaid in the Disney movie of the same name? So what is the name of the Little Mermaid in the Disney movie of the same name? And the only name that comes to mind to me is the name Ariel. And the answer for question 1, card 3, what is the name of the Little Mermaid in the Disney movie of the same name? And the answer is Ariel. Thank goodness. So I got that one correct. So today's score will be out of 12, and that's the first time we've had 3. So let's keep going. since we have a lot of hair left to color, I thought I'd ask a separate question, but kind of Disney related. And I wondered, what is the last Disney movie you saw? So this isn't part of your trivia questions, but comment below what the last movie you saw from Disney. And other than like The Mandalorian and that kind of stuff, I think the last Disney movie I saw was something called Inside Out or something like that. But it has been a very long time since I actually went to an actual theater to see a Disney movie. But yeah, just wondered, if you're a big Disney buff, what is the last Disney movie you saw? Okay, just to bring in a little bit of difference on some of the strands, I've also brought in the second latest color. It's called Ivory, and it is 103. So it's lighter than cream, and I'm just doing some of the very tips on a few areas and bringing in the green gold to kind of color it a little bit. I just thought I'd bring you in for that, just so that all the strands aren't exactly the same. So I'll just start later. Okay, trivia question number 2, card 3. How many lives is a cat said to have? And even though I am a dog person and not a cat person, I'm pretty sure that the old saying is that a cat has 9 lives, so I'm going to go with 9. And the answer for how many lives is a cat said to have, and it is indeed 9. So that's correct on my side, and let me know if you're a cat or a dog person. And that's how it's going to look. I'll continue on. This is going to take a long time, and as long as you kind of know my process, I think that's probably a good start. I think as long as we are changing the pencils here and there, everything isn't the same color, I think that it'll end up looking like hair. Okay, that's how it's going to look. I'll continue on my own for a while, and I will bring you back maybe when I'm doing some of these longer locks down here. Okay, see you in a while. Okay, just back to show you a bit of progress, how we're doing. I have also brought in cream, which is a 102, and the ivory, which is 103. Just to add a little bit more variation between some of the lighter colors. Really liking how this is looking so far. Lots of work to get this done, but I'm really happy with how it's turning out. So I will shift the page down and start working on this area and bring you along for some of that. I hope you're enjoying the trivia questions, and we'll keep continuing with them. All right, back to the music and trivia. Okay, we have 2 questions for trivia left. So question number 3 on card 3. What number is on the opposite side of number 6 on a standard die? So that's like a rolling dice. And my answer is going to be 1. If 6 is the largest, then I think 1 is the smallest and would be on the opposite side. So let's take a look at the answer. What number is on the opposite side of number 6 on a standard die? And the answer is 1. So yay, I got that one correct. Okay, we have one question left. Our final trivia question for today is, what is the smallest breed of dog in the world? And I think I'm going to let us think about this one for a minute, so let me give it some thought. Just a fun update. I have added more pencil extenders to all my little stubby pencils, and I believe at the end of this page I will be replacing these with my my Poly Chromos replacement pencils, because yeah, they're getting too small. I'll have to add these to my travel kit where I just keep all my little itty bitty pencils. But I thought I have a bit of a rainbow going on, so I thought that was fun. Okay, back to work. On the really narrow spots, I'm usually using a darker color just to provide some depth to the mane. Okay, our last trivia question answer for today. What is the smallest breed of the dog in the world? I am going to guess it is a Chihuahua, the Taco Bell dog, and the answer is Chihuahua. Excellent. Okay, so today we had 12 questions, and my score is 9 out of 12. Comment below how you did out of 12. I hope you had fun in today's trivia, and let's get this page wrapped up. So this is how the bull has turned out. I think that he looks pretty handsome, pretty cute. Not sure if I will do a little bit of blue inking around here or not, or just leave him as is. Some blue might be nice to just kind of fill in some of this open gap area, but yeah, if I do that, I will put a picture at the end of this video. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. Put your answers to the number of trivia questions you got correct in the comment section below. It's always fun to see how everybody's doing and how you're enjoying the trivia. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a creative and colorful week, and I'll see you back here for the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.